The Force is exceptionally strong with this one.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens facts.
A Jedi. They're real.
For this list, we've looked at the most interesting facts and trivia surrounding one of the most anticipated movies of all time, and the seventh installment to the epic saga, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Though very little has actually been released about the plot in advance, we'll do our best to keep you intrigued and entertained here.
Just let it in.
Number 10. Teaser trailer equals record breaker. Published on April 16, 2015, the second teaser trailer for The Force Awakens amassed an unprecedented 30.65 million views within the space of 24 hours. In June, Guinness World Records officially recognized it as the most viewed movie trailer on YouTube during its first day. In general, Star Wars has taken the internet by storm. The first film in the series to be released during the social media age. Within an hour of the first trailer, there were over 1 million social media posts, with around 17,000 Star Wars-centric tweets published every minute.
There has been an awakening.
Number 9. J.J. Abrams is more of a Star Wars fan.
Like a lot of you, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid.
Star Wars fans might have feared the worst when J.J. Abrams was announced as the director for Episode 7, given the guy's Star Trek history. However, Abrams' allegiance has gradually become more and more apparent, as it's emerged that he's generally more of a Star Wars fan.
Meanwhile, with Star Trek, I had friends who loved it, and I tried. I'd sit and watch episodes and try to find my way in.
Luke Skywalker actor Mark Hamill spoke to Fox about his own initial suspicions regarding Abrams, but revealed that the director feels the way you feel about the movies. The saga is in safe hands.
This film is the first of the Star Wars films that's actually in the hands of someone who grew out of fandom, see? Yeah. So he feels the way you feel in terms of wanting practical effects, real sets.
Number 8. The $4 million prize draw.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
As part of an initiative titled Force for Change, Star Wars offers massive support to the international children's charity UNICEF. Over $4.2 million was raised in 2014, following a prize draw contest giving fans the chance to visit the Force Awakens set and a cameo role in the film itself.
We want to put you in the movie, in Star Wars.
The competition was won by DC Barnes of Denver, Colorado, who quickly became the envy of all enthusiasts following the famous release of his reaction video and of footage from his time behind the scenes.
Yeah, why don't you come over here so you can see what we're doing?
Okay.
Number 7. George Lucas was turned down.
Can't believe he's gone.
The Force Awakens is the first Star Wars film released since Disney bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion in 2012.
I felt that I really wanted to put the company somewhere in a larger entity which would protect it.
As a result, George Lucas's influence upon proceedings is less than on any film previously.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
In fact, the original creator actually saw his scripts for the movie turned down by Disney, who favored a complete rethink.
George Lucas has claimed he provided his ideas for Star Wars Episode 7 to Disney as part of the sale of Lucasfilm, but the House of Mouse opted to discard them.
It's not the first time Lucas has had difficulty getting his ideas heard either. As a young director, he had struggled to get any studio to take on the scripts for the original Star Wars film.
Developed the story and took it to United Artists that had the first rights to it. They said no, they didn't want it. And then I took it to Universal because I just finished American Graffiti, and they said no, they didn't want it. And finally took it to 20th Century Fox.
Number 6. Pre-sale record breaker.
I don't know, I can imagine quite a bit.
You'll get it.
A mid-October pre-sale for the film far outstripped previous records. Early ticket sales amassed around $6.5 million for U.S. screenings, with the film expected to gross over $2 billion in total.
We can almost buy our own ship for that.
Some major ticketing companies saw their websites crash under monumental traffic, and some reports say pre-sale tickets were fetching as much as $10,000 on eBay.
If money is all that you love, then that's what you'll receive.
It's not just actual tickets that are making masses of money, though. September 4th, 2015 saw the official release of Star Wars toys and memorabilia, and has become known as Force Friday. Number 5. The weight loss.
One thing's for sure, we're all going to be a lot thinner.
A sequel 32 years in the making, it's inevitable that the original cast is not as young or as fit as they once were. For the Skywalker twins in particular, actors Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher took up major diet regimes while getting ready to reprise their roles, with Fisher famously shedding 35 pounds in preparation for Princess Leia.
That's right, they didn't hire me, they hired me minus 35 pounds.
A lifetime has passed since we last caught up with these characters, but they should be as fighting fit as they always were.
Chewie, we're home.
Number 4. BB-8. One of the most hotly anticipated characters in Episode 7 is spherical droid debutante BB-8. A machine inspired by early drawings for the original R2-D2, BB-8 is set to form a partnership in the film with Daisy Ridley's character Rey. This character is not the product of CGI or the result of an actor in a suit. It's an actual real-life robot, which has been displayed at various Star Wars events in the run-up to the movie. Number 3. The expanded universe is brand new. Episode 7 has had its fair share of controversy, especially following the April 2014 redefinition of what is and isn't included in the official Star Wars canon. The Force Awakens does feature in line with episodes 1 through 6, as well as animated TV series Star Wars Rebels and the film and TV series versions of The Clone Wars.
A reckless decision Skywalker has made. Let us hope it is not a costly one.
But much of the pre-April 2014 content, especially various novelizations, has been rebranded under a Star Wars Legends banner.
There are stories about what happened.
Some fans aren't happy, but either way, Episode 7 serves as a series rebirth, pitching the saga to a brand new generation.
It's true. All of it.
Number 2. Another unknown cast.
Who are you?
One direct similarity between The Force Awakens and the original Star Wars A New Hope is that both films use a relatively unknown cast, and deliberately do so. Episode 4 proved a platform for Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford in particular.
Hey, I knew that was more to you than money.
Episode 7 could provide the same for Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, and also Oscar Isaac.
Getting cast and being in it, you kind of have to pretend almost like it's not that big.
Established actors such as Jennifer Lawrence, Hugo Weaving, and James McAvoy were all considered for lead roles, but ultimately the Force was with fresher faces.
You had your time. The future is our world.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
How we're gonna get out of this one.
She at one time said, would you consider playing an Obi-Wan type character handing Excalibur down to the next generation? I said, when would that be? And at the time he said around 2011.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
Number 1. J.J. Abrams said no, initially.
You can either profit by this or be destroyed.
In truth, the Force could have been awakened in an entirely different way by an entirely different set of people, because J.J. Abrams very nearly declined the opportunity to direct.
My honest, knee-jerk reaction was, thank you, but no thank you.
Abrams was said to be concerned about the magnitude of the task, but also a little unwilling to spoil his experience as a Star Wars fan.
Star Wars meant so much to me that I felt like I'd rather just go to the cinema. I'd rather just see the movie.
There were plenty of other directors linked with the job as well, including David Fincher, Guillermo del Toro, and Matthew Vaughn. However, Abrams eventually took to the chair, took up his lightsaber, and entered into that galaxy far, far away. Do you agree with our list?
Because I'm going,
Which fact did we forget? For more out-of-this-world top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.